Who are some of the architects that you sort of look to and did in the early part of your career and still do at this point?
There's an architect called Peter Zumthor, who's from Switzerland, Basel, who produces the most kind of modernist architecture, but the most, we call it like phenomenological. It's all about sort of sense of space and being and place. They're just phenomenal buildings. You just walk into them and you just feel the building. He built these thermal baths in Val's in Switzerland that are built into the side of the mountain out of kind of granite. And it's these swimming pools, and certain rooms you can only get into by swimming into them. And the acoustics of the water dripping and the smell of the iron, where they've used iron, stone, and the temperature of the water, everything is so, you feel like you're alive really in these buildings, and they're amazing. And he's produced a phenomenal catalogue of work. So he's one of the kind of best contemporary-ish architects. A lot of his work's from like the late 90s and early 2000s. Thomas Heatherwick, who's British, sort of probably the biggest export other than Norman Foster and Richard Rogers and the others. Yeah, he's kind of a new wave. He's written this book, Human Eyes, kind of about a sort of lambasting of kind of architectural education and the egos of architects on their students and kind of the boringness of architecture. But he's fantastic. He produces amazing work, and his practice does. And I think the stuff he does, Coal Drops Yard, which is in London, it's a really, really, really amazing response to what could just really be a commercial retail space. But they produced something that was of that place,
extraordinary,
and is still stunning and beautiful. And there's lots of good examples, and he works on different things. The London Baths, or the cauldron for the Olympic Games, with all the flames, they open up and stuff. And he just produces things that like make people go, wow.